Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. Welcome, everyone. Courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. It's the Chicago Bulls facing the New York Knicks. Over to the wing. Here's Jordan. The Knicks with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Pass to Oakley. Here's Starks. Intercepted. Out to the right wing. Back to Jordan. Poke loose. Here's Harper. Puts it up. Oakley. Got a hand on it. Jordan inside. He got a piece of it. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here's Starks. New York again can't hit. Here's Pippen. Here's Longley. Pass to Jordan. Here's Pippen. 14 feet away. Tried to bank it in, but it misses.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Inside. Here's Ewing. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. Here's Harper. The baseline J is on the way. Rodman, no good. And that one is stuffed right through.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
And the Bulls call time here.
Let's see. You gotta dance like everyone's watching.
Here's Harper. Pass to Pippen. Here he goes. And it's New York with a rebound. Here's Oakley. Here's Starks. Off target with the three. Bulls trail by 4. To the inside. Jordan with the bucket.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Here's Harper. Pass to Ewing. And he dunks it down.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Here's Pippen. Soft touch off the glass.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And that one's good. Starks.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Starks. And it's good for 2. Starks has gotten his second bucket. Right wing. Pass to Jordan. Here's Pippen. Now here's Jordan. Fast break, New York. Here's Oakley. And he drops it in from the low post.
Boy, shot out of a cannon on that possession. Good look up court.
.44 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Kukoc. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Chicago making a switch here. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Here's Starks. Anthony outside. Just 5 to shoot. And that one's good. Starks has got 7.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Pass to Simpkins. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. And so it's New York with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Knicks.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
Pass to Whittington. Here's Rodman. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Ooh, talk about a way to deflate the team.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Knicks leading by 9. And here's Anthony. No made baskets yet. Pass to Bonner. Right side, Williams. And here's Anthony. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Bonner, no good. Bulls trail by 9. Here's Whittington. Down low. Here's Kerr. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Chicago shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Steve Kerr at the line.
So he gets them both.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Davis from long range. Chicago with a rebound. Here's Bushler. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one. Here's Anthony. Outside for Davis. Back to Anthony. Pass to Williams. 6 to shoot. Smith right side. Rodman with a rebound.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Whittington, no good. New York leading by 5. Back to Davis. To the middle. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Pass to Kukoc. Stolen by Davis. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Williams. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
This is intelligent basketball, forcing a turnover and then immediately starting the fast break.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, in the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, where you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. Thanks. Now a timeout called by New York. Here in quarter two, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. To the paint. Here's Ewing. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Pass to Longley. Here's Pippen. Lets it go from deep. And he knocks it down. He's 3 of 5 now from the floor.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Stripped it away. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. It's rebounded by Bonner. Knicks leading by 6. Pass to Ewing. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Offensive board.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
First team.
It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for him.
2 shots. Charles Oakley.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Now a timeout called by Chicago.
They're giving up a lot of points in the paint. That's something they have to address here.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Let's make some noise for your next Fighter Dance group.
Bulls trail by 10. .107 left to play in the second quarter. From deep, Jordan. And it's New York with a rebound. Here's Harper. No points yet. Pass to Bonner. To the wing, right side. Three-pointer. Harper misses. Here's Pippen. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Chicago shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he drops the first. So it's both teams making substitutions here. He's off on the second. Knicks leading by 9. Here's Oakley. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Oakley's gotten 4 this quarter.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Pippen. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far at the line.
Shooting for Chicago, Scottie Pippen at the line. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Out to the right wing. Pass to Oakley. Here's Starks. Fires the 3. He shoots again. Second shot opportunity. And so it's the New York Knicks closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Here's Harper. Yet to see a basket. That one's good for 2. Knicks leading by 9. Driving in. Tries to keep it alive. Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. And they're running. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Here's Longley. No good off the glass. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Here's Harper. He takes it in. Rodman with a rebound.
Knicks foul. Charles Oakley.
Chicago shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
Shooting for Chicago.
Bulls trail by 9. Pass to Longley. And it's New York with a rebound.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Oh, it's stolen. Pass to Jordan. Here's Longley. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. No good on the free throw.
Longley at the line. 2 shots.
And the second free throw is good. 90 seconds into the second half now. Knicks leading by 10. Pass to Ewing. To the middle. From 18 feet away. 5 on the clock. Here's Harper. Offensive rebound. Out to the wing. Here's Ewing. Nice touch on the bank shot. Ewing's got 10 points. Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, "We want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams."
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie. Pass to Longley. Here's Rodman. And there's a 3-second violation.
Timeout, timeout. Talk about a way to deflate the team.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. New York leading by 12. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And the ball's out of bounds. It was last touched by Anthony. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Down low. Pass to Smith. To the right side. And there's a pick. Releases. Inside. Oakley. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display. There's a minute 40 left in the third. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. New York leading by 14. Pass to Smith. Back to Anthony. Smith outside. Outside Davis. He shoots it. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Oakley's got 14 points for the game.
Now, say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score. And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
For three, Anthony. Rodman with a rebound. The Bulls trail by 16. And stolen by Anthony. Pass to Starks.
Chicago foul.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And New York has possession. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Here's Williams. Offline from the high post. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Shot's good by Kukoc. New York leading by 14. Outside for Davis. Anthony up top. Second chance effort. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Knicks lead by 16. 5 ticks left in the third. Here's Kerr. And the three off target. And so it's the New York Knicks with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. Well, when you win the battle of turnovers, you typically win the battle of possession. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And here's Anthony. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. Shot's good by Kukoc.
Way to capitalize on the mistake that leads to the bucket. You gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's going to do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
Outside Davis. To the inside. Bonner. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
New York leading by 16. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Here's Anthony. Here's Williams. Chicago grabs the miss. And stolen by Williams. Here's Anthony. Outside Davis. Williams up top. Inside. Outside Davis. From deep three-point range. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Davis has gotten himself on the board with a three there. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for New York.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
So both teams changing it up here. And he sinks the second. And he makes all three. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's Starks. And that one good. And the Knicks lead by 18.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Timeout, Bulls. Bulls trail by 18. Here's Jordan. And there's the drive.
Michael Jordan.
And he banks in the layup. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Here's Harper. Pass to Starks. And again, New York with the triple.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Smith right side. Here's Starks. Covered by Jordan. Fast break. Here we go. And it's Ewing with a rebound. Knicks leading by 19. Pass to Oakley. And he throws it down with one hand.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
And that one's good. Starks.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
And let's face it, they won't get back in the game with fouls like that.
First team foul.
1:49 left. In the fourth quarter. Pass to Bout.